Welcome to the final battle between light and darkness. We'll find out what happened to our heroes before the ending, before the story of Kingdom Hearts. What happened to Kushina, what happened to Aqua, what happened to Vin, and what happened to Terra. And after that, we might have another story for today. Hi, my name is Narasaki Fan in Kentucky. This is Venus DS.
I'm Venus Diaz.
Yeah. Anyway, welcome to the new Kingdom Hearts and Naruto podcast. We're the final part of Birth by Sleep. We last went to Olympus Coliseum. Now we've reached the deep space. Where Terra was being sucked in. Sucked in his spaceship. And then he got captured by Grand Councilwoman and Captain Gantu. Is he the one? Asked Grand Council. Yes, I confirmed him, and I confined him until we could determine what he is. Then he wakes up. He sees he's in a prison cell. Then he sees Unversed, and he uses his keyblade to unlock the cell door. And after he takes care of them, he hears Dr. Jumba. Very impressive display. Then he leaves, but Jumba calls out to, "Wait, well, I've been in prison on ridiculous charges." And Terra looks at him suspiciously. Is that so? I am an innocent scientist who's created the most constructive species of all time. Why, he can annihilate creatures you fought so hard. He is bulletproof, fireproof, and can think faster than a supercomputer. He can see in a dark and move object 3,000 times. He's rather divinity size. And for reasons preposterous, the Federations feared him. They took him away and threw me in a small, stuffy, badly lit cell. Because he's so powerful, Terra asked. Exactly. Sorry, I can't do a Jumbo. And he's always getting so antsy pantses. Then Terra frees Jumba, and he said, "We must rescue him or be banished for far reaches space." Okay, then take me to him. You know, I just noticed Terra is so gullible. But we already knew that.
Yes, he is.
Then they reached the cell where Experiment 626 is. He's in a containment field. He said, "Amazing, is he not? Such a tremendous power in such an itty-bitty package. Truly, he is the one and only the mightiest creature in all the galaxy. And all he is to destroy everything." What? Yeah, Terra. Yeah, Terra. You should have figured out after he said. After Jumba says he's indestructible. Yeah, then after that he escapes and grabs Terra's good luck Wayfinder. What? Give that back! Too late.
Give it back. My friend gave me that.
Fred, are you joking? Jumbo asks as he falls down and laughs. Such concept is totally lost on 626. Then he drops it and runs off. Huh?
I laugh because of the what'll happen in the Lilo and Stitch movie.
Yeah. Yeah. Funny. This whole time I've been telling myself I want to be stronger. He says. Tara says, more independent. But the second I let my heart do the talking, I find out how little I know about myself, how much I miss them. The experiment of yours. You sure about him? Maybe in his heart he wants friends just like the rest of us. Impossible. Sure. He has no actual feelings, only destructive instincts I have carefully chosen for him. Or perhaps you need another demonstration. And he brings out a small barbel and 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 it begins glowing. And it's experiment 221, or as they know in the Leo and Stitch series, Sparky. Of course, we're not calling them that. We're calling them their experiment names because we're not in the Lilo and Stitch timeline yet. After he defeats Experiment 221,
Wait, go back. Something was up with my
um,
thing.
he turns back into a
Yeah,
smear,
the
and Gemma
fight with
falls.
him.
Yeah, and then he said, "Oh, you'll be all right, little one." Then they see 626 returned. What is this? Why have you returned? Maybe he's wondering what a friend is. Ha! Ridiculous. My name is Tara. Tara. Yeah, I can't explain friendship to you, but when you feel it, you'll know it. And not if I have this said anything the matter. You are only meant to think about what it is you destroy next. Now I will fix what is wrong with you. Then they hear the alarm sound. The intercom says experiment 626 and two prisoners have escaped from the cell bay. Security locate the fugitives immediately. Repeat. That's and Stitch makes his way for the door, and Tara says, "I can't stay here and get caught." He uses his keyblade and mounts his keyblade glider, and he looks at his wayfinder. Vin, Aqua, Kushina, Haru. I'll find ways to make things right.
Give me 10 years.
And next person that appears in deep space is Aqua. And
And Kushina.
Sheena, yeah. And they find themselves in a spaceship. Is this what is this? Is there any world they haven't found? That when they saw the unversed, then they defeat the unversed, and then they spot a star-shaped object on the floor, and she walks over and picks it up. This is a wayfinder, Kushina. Aqua said, "Yes, but how did it get here?" Then a blue creature jumps and takes the wayfinder. It's 626. So Aqua and Kushina use their keyblades. "Tell me, where'd you get that?" Aqua asks. And then Kushina does this glare, and it scared Stitch a little bit. Because when Kushina glares, it could even scare Darth Vader.
Yeah, probably would.
Then they hear Gantu coming. What? They were about to. They're. He asked, Experiment 66 passed through this area. I don't understand, Aqua said. Yeah, experiment. What? We just saw this blue guy. Little blue creature. You mean that genetic abomination? That genetic vicious blue abomination? Him? But he didn't look so suspicious. Yeah, we saw him in the
You can
ventilation.
see Kushina being like, he's actually kind of cute.
Yeah, yeah. She said, I might want to keep him as a pet. maybe Minato will let us have a pet. And Aqua rolls her eyes. She don't mind her. She just got married.
So would
Then,
Kushina have a wayfinder too?
yeah,
And hers would, I guess hers would probably be red,
yeah,
since red is her color.
yeah. Then they were about to leave in the opposite direction, but Gantu stops them. Hold on. Why do I know you? What section are you from? And Aqua and Kushina looked at each other nervously. Uh, trying to stow away, are we? Then he, he points a gun at them and says, "Stay close." And then they make it to the control room. The Grand Councilwoman says, "What is the meaning of this, Captain Gantu? Did I not order you to apprehend the fugitives immediately?" Yes, and well, I will have them in custody soon. They'll, they'd be locked up already if those wretched monsters. I mean, if I hadn't uncovered these potential stowaways. We were trying to sneak on board," says Kuchina. "I'm Aqua, and this is my friend. Yeah, I'm Aqua, and this is my friend Kushina. And these monsters, I followed them here. We can handle them. Just give them a chance. Our weapons are the only ones that can stop them. Our weapons are no use against them," asked the Grand Councilwoman. Is
Is
this
this
true?
true, Captain?
Well, we haven't explored all our options, nor do we have time to. We are fortunate that both of you are here, Aqua Kushina. Your assistance will be most welcome. Thank you. You will not regret this, says Kushina. But you kind of honestly what believes that what those stowaways said. I believe that you find that I can, Captain. We have a crisis. Jumban and 626 remain at large, and these monsters are structured attempts to apprehend them. Or did I mishear your latest excuse why you failed again to carry your duties, Captain? Then she turns to Kushina. Will you help us? Of course. Kushina raise, raise her fists and say, kicking their butts is our job. Or actually, kicking their asses is our job. Because only she can curse. I can. Only she. Only the Naruto characters can curse, not Kingdom Hearts characters.
Or Maleficent.
Yeah. Then she asks, "Then I make one other request. Should you should you happen upon our fugitives?" Then she shows pictures of Jumba and 626. "Please do whatever you can to apprehend them, but we want them alive." "You want us to capture Jumba and 626?" asks Kushina. "But you can't just. That's my job," whines Gantu. "You had your chance, Captain. Now you will stand down and await orders. We will monitor the location of the monsters and keep you apprised. Thank you for your help, ladies." You're welcome, says Kushina.
I kind of like the Grand Councilwoman here.
Yeah, she's so reasonable. I liked her Lilo and Stitch too. She wasn't evil, or she just wanted to keep the galaxy in balance. When I was young, I thought that was a woman, that was a guy. You know what I mean? when I first saw the
Yeah,
movie.
she's actually reasonable. What? She can be reasoned with at least.
Yeah, especially when she allowed Stitch to be Lilo after finding out he's actually not that bad of a creature.
Yeah.
Because Lilo put an impact on him. Then Aqua says, Experiment 626 was carrying the Wayfinder. And I can see Aqua says, can we not call him that? I'm going to call him Stitch. Because I can see Aqua saying that, don't you? And Aqua's question is like, why Stitch? And
Yeah.
because she said, I don't know, he looks like a Stitch. Okay, then. Then they look, and then they search for the cell block. And then they spot him looking around. And they were attacked by Unverse, but they defeat him.
You imagine, could you imagine if Christina would be in like zero gravity?
Yeah.
She'd
And then
be
she,
like a kid in a candy store there.
yeah. Then you must be Experiment 66. Actually, I'm gonna. We have orders to take you in, says Aqua. Terra. What? Kushina said, did you just say Terra? But then more Adverse appeared. And they defeat him. And after the defeat, says, Aqua says, smiles at 626 and says, I owe you one. What is it you're looking for? Terra. And he jumps on the wall and climbs on. Wait, I need to ask you. Then they return to the control room. Dr. Jumper and Experiment 626 have been sighted. At the time, the two of them wandering on the launch deck. We see that they be secured. Is 626 really that dangerous of a creature? We must assume so. Aqua, Aqua wasn't sure and said, alright, we'll take a look. And we see Jumba. It's time to give up. I will fix you anormally and ridiculous behavior, son. You were meant to destroy. That's what it. That's what he said in the original movie. Ah, too bad Elvis doesn't. Too bad they don't know about Elvis yet. I just, I just got it. I just,
Could you actually see Kushina being into rock music?
yeah. In fact, in my modern head canon of her, she she loves music. She loves rock bands like AC/DC and um and Metallica, and she also loves bands like classical bands like the Beatles and Rolling Stones.
Ah,
Yep.
cool.
You know, like good musicians.
Yeah.
Not the crappy auto tuning we hear now.
Yeah.
Back to the story. Um, Kushina and Aqua says, "What are right there?" Dr. Jumbo, Experiment 66. We've been authorized to take you into custody. Terra, as 626 says. Then he grabs the Wayfinder and rubs it. And Aqua says, "So it really does belong to you. Where have you seen that shape? It's copy made of good luck charm made that boy Terra showed him. Terra said friend gave him charm, and he was very protective of it. Terra said that? Yes. Then Aqua touches their heart and says, you're still alright, Terra. And Kushina says, oh yeah, you got it bad, girl. And now, because of Terra and his little bauble, my genius creation is hesitating in his genetically programmed destructive instincts. Then the laser hit 626. They looked to see it was Gantu. What are you doing? All orders are to capture them alive. I decided to take a new approach. All right, you two. Any last words before I blast you to be in pieces? Oh, you're just big bone. Actually, I'm gonna change that. I'm gonna change that to say, what did they say? And Kushida says, I'm not pretty sure, but I think he said something about your mom. And he says, leave my mother out of this. Of course, Kushida didn't understand, but she decided to mess with him anyway.
Yeah.
Then they
Oh, yeah.
then they had this fight. Then they fight Gantu, which was probably my favorite fight in the game. One of them, at least.
Yeah. Honestly, I kind of found the bosses in Birth by Sleep a bit too easy.
Yeah, me too. Except except for the hook.
Since
Except
they
for
have
Vin
low
versus
health
Hook.
pools.
Yeah. And then after they fight Gantu's, I'm not done with you yet. Enough. I have seen everything from the monitor. And Gantu said, I can explain. Oh, Council, let me explain. Oh, why won't you let me explain? That was based off of Homer saying that to Marge when he was the beer barrel. Because that was one of my favorite Homer Simpson lines. You've been great service, Aqua Kushina. Captain Gantu, escort 626 to the asteroid, which has been banished. When you return, you're back on patrol. Well, not patrol, you whine. Kushina, I can see Kushina doing the eyelid thing. Eyelid thing, I mean. She
Hmm.
mocks, she mocks him.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. And then
Hmm.
Aqua asks, would you consider sparing 626? Spare him? He's an extremely dangerous creature. I cannot release such a menace. But it seems to me he's trying to change for the better. He's trying to make new friends. And dangerous or not, we think he can succeed. She's right, Grand Councilwoman. Almost everyone deserves a second chance. Almost everyone.
Not everyone.
That's what I mean. That's what she mean by almost. By not everyone,
Yeah.
she means Xehanort and 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 Obito, but she doesn't know about
Chia.
it. And Ichi, yeah. Then Aqua, then Grand Councilwoman thought about it and said, "Very well, ladies. If he behaves himself, I'll consider shortening his exile." Thank you, ma'am. Kushina bows. We like the charm you made. You think maybe our circle of friends could part of yours? I'm Aqua, and this is Kuchina. Our friends are Terra and Ventus. Aqua, Kuchina, Terra, friend. Hmm. Kushina smiles and gives Stitch a bone squeezing hug. And says, "Oh, if we meet again, I'm gonna keep you as a pet and probably give you to my son." Can you imagine that if that happens, Naruto and Stitch?
Yeah, I could see that.
And then and then after that, Vin return is in deep space this time. He spots a giant Unverse, battles it. Trying to catch a ride, huh? Then he enters the ship. Then Stitches, 626 in his cell, and he says, "Now don't get any more ideas. These guns are locked into our genetic signature." Then they hear an alarm and say, "An intruder? Alright, don't you give any funny ideas." Then Stitch does the. Stitch uses his spit to get to. So the gun falls, fires where the spit hits at the one gun, and it destroys destroy the binding, and and the gun fires at him, but he escapes. So you're the intruder. Vin walks into the transport room. He's looking for a way out. So you're the intruder. Identify yourself. Huh. My name was Ventus. This monster I was chasing aborted your ship. Nice try. If there was any other intruder aboard, I would have detected it. Then they hear the ship shake. The alarm goes off, and and you would have detected it, huh? Intruder, the missionary bait. We just lost control of the engines. It's some monster. All right, stay there. I have lots of unpleasant questions to ask you. It's my fault. I had to do something. I wish I could sound like Kevin Michael Richardson.
Yeah.
He's the new voice of Dr. Hibbert now.
Yeah.
And when I heard that,
I read that. I just don't think it works as good.
yeah, he doesn't. Harry sure,
Yeah, I heard that too. I'm like, wait, that's not his voice.
yeah, and he doesn't do the laugh good.
Yeah.
You know what? I might give him a cameo as a
You
doctor.
just lose some of the charm of the character when you switch voices.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. The only time I would buy that is if a voice actor dies.
Yeah.
You know, like Jim, like Slinky from Toy Story. You know, Jim Varney was the voice of him, right? Then he did.
Yeah.
Then he died.
In the first two.
Yeah, then he died. Then Blake Clark took over. And to be fair, he was a pretty good replacement.
Honestly, I really didn't even notice a difference between the two.
Me neither. That's what made it so good.
Yeah.
Anyway,
If you can find somebody like close enough to the original, it works.
right.
Like how you could sub Jim Cummings in for Jeremy Irons and Christopher Lloyd.
Yeah, because he's that good of a voice actor. Next scene is next scene is Vin in the next room. He he then sees Ditch. Then he lands in front of Vin. Vin? Terra Aqua Kushida. But you know Terra, Aqua, and Kushina? Then he pulls out a star-shaped object. Fred Circle. Is that a wayfinder? And then they hear the intercoms. The engines are under too much stress. We were risking explosives. What? What am I doing? There's no time. No, then Vin Volson. No, need to stay here. It's too dangerous. And Stitch looks sad, and then he gives a determined look. Then Gantu hits the Wayfinder and knocks him down. Stitch looks at it and cries, and he says, "I don't know how you did it, but you won't get away again. You haven't fooled me. You can bat your eyes all you want with the Grand Councilwoman, but she'll reconsider your sin. But I see what you really are. An abomination's only instinct that's to destroy everything it touches." He growls again and he escapes. Then Vin makes the engine room, see the giant unversed in a line. Then then 626 appears and land that. Hey, you should be here. What is it? What is it? And then they fight the giant experiment before he can suck down the ship's power. And after they beat him, Stitch said, or 66, I mean. Wait, it's over. Cut it out. Then he knocks Vin over. Now he's calm. What's gone into you? Then he shows the broken wayfinder. I see. Your wayfinder broke. Don't worry. Friendship's more than just an object. Friendship circle. Don't let that little man fool you. You saw what kind of monster he is. Monster? He helped me defeat the monster. You must trigger some sort of mutation in that little freak's genetic coding. Red friend. That's right, we're friends. Wow, better say goodbye. Say your goodbyes then, because 626 is about to be destroyed. And he jumps on Gantu's face and pulls him down. Stop the alarm! Don't let them get away! And they exit the ship, and Vin on his glider, and Stitch in that red cruiser. And I love that line in the movie where he says, "Yeah, he took the red one." Yeah, he pulls a knob. Hyperdrive has been activated. System chart and warning. Guidance is not full. Navigation failure. Do not engage up. Then they were chased by police cruisers, and then the cruiser enters hyperdrive, and it's threw away Vin screaming through space. Next world is in Neverland. Now that I think about it, Tara is probably the first adult to enter, besides Hook, to enter Neverland. At least in the Disney canon.
Well, until Aqua and Kushina show up.
Yeah, that's what I mean. What are they, Captain? You'll never get me, treasure. Like, see, Hook and Smee. Terra summons his Keyblade and defeats the universe. And then Hook says, if I desired your sense, I'd demand it. We had the situation under control. Isn't that right, Smee? Oh, yes, Captain. We would have cleaved those fiends to the brisket. We would. Why, I got a little this? And don't think... Then he looks at... Then Hook glares at Terra and says... and don't look at... and don't think your efforts means you'll get share with me treasure. Understand? I'm not after your precious box, Captain. I'm looking for a person. Boy wearing a mask. Wearing a bell. Ringing bells? No, not a one. Figures. Speak, you blithering barnacle. We're off. We shall see this place before the light draws back to him. What'd you say about the light? And he says, grins evilly. Oh, it's heartbreaking, really. This chest you see contains light gathered from all around, and I got acquainted with the boy who's trying to seize it. A boy's after the light. If it's not Venus, then whom? Why don't I help you keep the light safe? Maybe you can tell me more about this boy who's troubling you. What's his name? Peter Pan! This chest must have brought the skull rock safely. Don't let Peter Pan near it. Right, I got you covered. Then they reach Skull Rock. And then on their way, Finn sees some Native Americans, and he's shuddered. Why do I have a feeling about people whining about this? About seeing this. You know what I mean? It's a shot at the backlash at the backlash the movie got, and
Yeah, the whole. Yeah.
pardon me, Captain, but it's about that shooting star I was mentioning to you, Mister Smee. I ordered you to drop that. I will not have you gushing at some shooting star. But Captain, most shooting stars twinkle for a bit, then they go out. But this one, it keeps sparkling and shining. You don't have to crash down. Why, what if it's a really big, enormous gemstone? Idiot! Why didn't you tell me? I love Captain Hook. He's so funny. I've got some business to attend and must. I fear. Step away. I trust you.
Yeah.
You can still see to these things till I return. Sure. When Peter Pan gets here, I'll be waiting. Then he smirks and leaves. And then but meanwhile, above him, Peter says, "Shh, that old codfish looks like he found a new flunky. I'll fly down and distract him. Men, you move in and nab that treasure." He looks at the two lost boys, which I don't know. I don't even know their names. The one with the bear suit and the one with the fox suit. The fat kid and the. I think they no more chose them because they were the stereotypical fat kid and skinny kid. then Tara, then Tara asks, "Are you?" Then Tara sees Peter flying, and "Are you Peter Pan?" "That's me." The light is not your to take. Then they get in a fight, and it's kind of funny fighting a Disney protagonist in a Kingdom Hearts game as a boss battle.
Yeah, it is weird. But then again, Terry is an idiot.
Yeah, he is. He's basically a dumber Anakin Skywalker.
He'd probably fight Aladdin if he wanted to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you want with the light? Tara asks. What light? What light? Look, Pat, we got the chest. The two lost boys walking up.
The other like Disney protagonists.
Yeah. No, not yet, you blockhead, says Peter. Hey. Tara takes off after them, but the chubby one trips and chest falls to the ground and spills all the treasure. That hurt. Sorry. Now what's all this? Pirate treasure, of course. Jewels, doubloons, the usual stuff. I've been guarding a pile of loot. Sounds like you've been tricked. I'll say. I guess I owe an apology. I picked a fight over nothing. It was all good fun. Not every day I get to fight at such a good swordsman. So what's your name? Tara. Right then, Tara. Which way did Hook go? He said something about a shooting star. Shooting star? Tinkerbell must be in danger. Men, guard that treasure with your lives. Aye, aye, sir. Yeah, go get him, Pat. I should be on my way. Then they hear one of the boys say, "Oh, it's a monster! Somebody help!" Then Tara fights the Unversed, which I thought was a kind of a boring fight. I prefer to fight the Disney villains than Then a giant heartless or unversed. Anyway,
Yeah,
then
it
they
seems kind of lame.
yeah. After that, they said, "You sure cut that monster down to size." Shh. Affair! Ahoy! How very ye, lad? Hook! Go hide, he said. And he went and hide. Fine, all's well. Then Captain Hook approaches him. What's that? It's, he's a lantern with Tinkerbell and said, Tinkerbell, what a Peter Pan's dearest friend. May I take a look? He hands him the lantern. So as long as I have his precious pixie, Pan's demise will all be assured. Then he opens his eyes to see Tinker flying in front of his face. And she kicks him in the nose, knocking him down. What's the meaning of this? You know, I didn't give him much thought, just doing what my heart tells me. That's mutiny. You'll walk the plank for that. And then he hears a ticking noise. It's the he slowly turns around and that sound it's it was the crocodile. No. Then he's like, ah! Then he turns off and running. And Tara says, wow, he's afraid of a crocodile. Next world is next person appears in Vinton. But we don't know what he doesn't see is Mickey looking around in the Indian camp. And then when he turns around and says, Venus, move it. Then the two Lost Boys were looking
Yeah,
at.
Tara never met Mickey.
Right. Now it's Vin's turn. And then
All right.
the two Lost Boys says, he's moving. Let's try kicking him. Tinkerbell throws. Tinkerbell was the one that kicked him up. And that woke Vin up. Who are you? Named Ventus, but everyone calls me Vin. Guess when I sat down to rest, I must have fallen asleep. Yeah. Where'd you come from? You see, them tinks start pulling the air of one of the hood. All right, we're going. So long, Vin. Hey, where you guys off to? He asks. Tink saw a shooting star. We're gonna go hunt it down. Shooting star? What if I come along? Of course not. But you gotta agree to follow us. Yeah. Oh, it's all right over there. By the Indian camp. Ready, men? Forward, march. Then they meet. Then they meet Peter Pan there. He said, who we have here? Never seen you before. I'm Ventus. Call me Vin. Well, if you say so. Attention. Now then, men. I suppose you don't want to capture some real pirate treasure. Real pirate treasure? Sure. Well, guess who caught sight of Hulk right when he was stashing his treasure? Well, what do you say we sneak and grab? Oh boy, let's go. Ow. Then Tink kicks the boys. Tink, what's gone into you? We were all supposed to look for a shooting star together, says Vin. Forget that, Peter brushed off. Pirate treasure is way more fun. You coming with us? Tink gets off and flies away. Well, there's no way to respond to an invitation. Come on, Vin. You're better sport than her, right? I'd love to join you, but first I want to see that shooting star. That Peter looks surprised, and then as Vin walks off, Mickey Star Shard. Then he hears evil laughing. A shooting star and a pixie. Guess must be birthday. He turns around to see the shooting star and Tink are in the hands of Captain Hook. And let Tinkerbell go. And he uses his keyboard. Ah, what a Peter Pan's brat. Well, tell that cowardly sparrow if he wants his precious Tinkerbell, you best meet me at Mermaid Lagoon. Stop! Then he was surrounded by unversed Scram. And you know what's my least favorite unversed? The gorilla one. I used.
I didn't mind those.
Yeah, maybe it's because I used gravity a
I think
lot.
the worst ones are probably those bomb ones.
Yeah.
They weren't that bad.
Yeah. After he defeated them,
I
he
think
finds it
the
that
bomb ones are the worst.
yeah. Anyway, after he defeated the Unverse, he finds that the Hook and Smee are nowhere to be seen. Then he has that flashback of him and Aqua and Terran and Kushina. Look out below! Then they see Peter Pan. Peter, help! Tinkerbell's been pixie napped, and I'm too late. Hook's gonna pay for this. You said to meet him at Mermaid Lagoon. It's gotta be an ambush, says Pan. That old codfish, he's clever. Hey, I'm going too. Well, then we have to hurry. Can you keep up? You bet. Fire! Then they, then they, then Speed looks at from Captain Hook's ship. Peter Pan ahoy! Man the long ship! And fire! Then he fires the cannonball. Where's it coming from? Asked Finn. On the water over there. Then I see Tinkerbell flying. Tink, it's you, and you're all right. Then Tinker talks to Peter. What? A strange fellow with a funny-looking sword has. Hold on, I gotta. Then the ground shakes. Hold on, we gotta stop the cannon. I'll go after Hook. Right, Tink, if you would. And Tink flies around the van and covers him with pixie dust. It's pixie dust, but you feel lighter now, don't you think? Now, think of your most happiest thoughts. And he thinks about his friends, Tara, Aquaman, and Vin, and Kushina. Then, meanwhile, Skull Rock Hook was tapping his foot. He puts his hand over his ear and listens to cannon fire. And he says, Alas, it's such a worthy opponent. To think that it would be such a glorious end. He sighs. Then he starts laughing. At last, that scurry brat will never trouble me again. I will be so sure of that, Hook. He turns around to see him. No! Don't tell me! He grabs the telescope to see Peter doing the after defeating Smee. He throws his telescope. Blast that Peter Pan! Then he draws his sword against Vin. And then he hears the ticking clock. That sound. No. Back away. Stay away from me. I don't think so. Then they get in the fight. Then he knocks in the water. After that, he sees the crocodile and he freaks out. Then the crocodile chases him. Then Vin laughs. Ahoy! Look what we brought. Treasure with chest. Pirate treasure chest. They open and it's empty. Oh, sorry, but we lost it all the treasures. Oh well, too bad. Finn says. Peter says, who needs it? It was probably just full of dumb old jewels and blooms or something. Well, we could put what we treasured in there instead, if you want to know. That's perfect. Instead of filling it with jewels and gold and stuff, put what's truly special us, the real riches. And then they fill their the treasure with wooden swords and slingshots. What are you putting in there, Ven? Ask he asks. I don't know. Then he pulled out his wooden keyblade. What is it? It's just something one of my very best friends gave me. So it's like a keepsake. You shouldn't want to part of something that special. And he says, I don't need it if I got Taranaka with Kuchina. Our best memories are still ahead. All right, next time you visit, we'll have an even bigger chest waiting for all the treasures and lots more. Okay, then it's a deal. He shakes his hand. Oh wait, I'm pretty sure that belong. He sees Tink with the star shard. Oh wait, I'm pretty sure that belongs to a friend of mine. Do you think I could hang on to it? He, she shakes her head and starts to fly off. Now, Tink, Pete glares. She stops and hands the star shard to Vin. Thank you, he said. Then the star shard starts to glow so bright it covers their eyes. Then they see Vin disappear. He's gone. Look, the light. Don't worry, man. No matter where that light takes him, Vin will always have friends waiting for him to meet him. Okay. After that, I think next scene is Donald and Goofy waiting inside the mysterious tower. Gosh, of course, Kim must be pretty far away by now. Ah. Then I see, then they see the star sharp shoots down from the sky to hit the ground, causing both of them to jump. Donald jumps on into Goofy's arms, which is gonna be a running gag in this series. It's kind of like Shaggy and Scooby Doo.
Yeah.
They look to see what the light line. King Mickey. Nope, doesn't look like him. Hey, look, that fella's got the star shot the king borrowed. King. Oh, you must be talking about Mickey. Stand up. I saw him, but Don and Goofy walked over and pushed Vin towards the mysterious tower. Hey, take it easy. Are we glad to see you? Come on, let's go. Then they reached the tower. King Yen said, sir. We just got a clue where the king might be. Yen sits with the desk. Don and Goofy standing in front of him. Ah, Ventus. Huh? Ericus has told me so much about you. If I'm not mistaken, you were ordered to return home. Well, sir, no matter. Mickey has difficulty following directions too. I bet. So, what is this clue to Mickey's whereabouts? I've got it, says Donald. He sits the star shard on Jensen's disc. This fella, Vinquist, Village Veggie. Just call him Ben! Sure, that's what I usually go by. Ben had it when he got here. Please explain. I ran into Mickey. We got sitting flying into like I don't know where he went, but he was in the same world where I found that. As I thought, Mickey is rolling around from one world to the next. That explains why I cannot discern his location. You can now, can you? Yes, I can. And then he shows a hologram of Mickey lying down in a dusty, lifeless ground. Mickey, the cat. The image disappears. What happened? Where did he go? Is he okay? There's a dark and powerful force that is interfering with my magic. You just tell us where the king is, Mr. Jensen, sir, and me and Donald will go right there to save him. You two, that must not be adequate. But I'm the king of the Captain Royal, Captain the King's Royal Knights. He said as he summoned his shield. And I'm his magician. I'll find him, says Vin. I recognize the place we saw. If you go, we'll go with you. No, I own one. Mickey saved me once. I can't risk putting his friends in danger. Oh. Don't worry, I'll bring him back safe. Very well, Vitus. We will leave it to you. He nods his head and leaves. Then he reaches the Badlands and ran towards Mickey. Mickey! Then he hears a voice say, "We meet again, boy." He turns up to see Master Xehanort. Master's. Then he holds his hand. Ah! And he falls down, holding his head. Ah, yes. You are starting to realize what you lost. But not for good. You have to lose in order to find. Now can all be yours again. If you can only reach and take it. Reclaim the part that left you. Clash with them. Pure light, pure darkness. To forge the ultimate key. The all-powerful Keyblade. Or Keyblade? Not the Keyblade you and I carry. Key. Mostly ancient letters.
Skyblade.
Some say Kai, but meaning it looks like an X. Why don't we call it the X blade? Death, a letter that spells endings. And I have the power to make it? Correct. Everyone knows it. He knows exactly who you are. The master? Have you ever wondered why he never granted you permission to leave his side? To grow stronger? Arcus was frightened of you. If you were to learn the truth and realize who you were, he never trusted you. Why else would you keep you within his sight of all times? Yeah, he never let me see other worlds, no matter how much I asked. Go. You can see the man. See the man yourself. Learn the truth, and remember, you have a greater purpose. Meanwhile, um, Terra's Terra reaches Destiny Islands. He spots a baby. The baby has silver hair. You know who that baby is. Spoilers. It's Riku.
Riku?
Yeah, and he's a year older than Sora, right?
Did we skip Aqua going in Neverland or
No, we did. You're
about
right.
like a
We
year?
did. You're right. We did. We'll do that now, okay? Sorry, I forgot about Aqua going to Neverland.
Okay.
I feel dumb.
It's okay.
Um, there was a roll of parchment near a teepee in the Indian camp. I'm gonna beat it later. No, I'm gonna beat it later. But Aqua and Kushina picks it up. Oh, we were so close. Too bad, man. Tough break. That her voice said. It was Peter Pan. But Pan, no buts. You know the rules. The first one to find and claim the treasure map gets to be the leader, and that's you. Leader? Treasure map? Kushina asked. Would Kushina care about the treasure, or would she just brush it off? I could see her being. She doesn't care if she's rich
Yes,
or not.
I could see her.
See her what? Being
I could see
looking
her
for
being
treasure.
like. I could kind of see her like using to find treasure just for fun.
Yeah. You mean treasure hunting? She gets excited. It's like, oh yeah. Then said. They hear Peter Tinkerbell's like, and shaking up to Peter. What do you mean? I never said girls can't be part of the gang. Come on, Tink. The more the merrier. I'm sorry, but we have something we need to take care of. Here, you keep it. She tries to hand him the map, but Peter shakes her hand. Too bad, but rules are rules. Oh, I guess we have to call the treasurer. Hunt. Then they look at the boys groan, and Kushina felt sad and said, "All right, you win. We'll join you for one expedition." Whoopee! As far as I can tell, we're here, and the mark gets. We'll find the treasure. Kushina says, "Enough pointing. Let's go." Wait a second, man. We still don't know our two leaders' name. I'm Peter Pan. The jealous one is Tinkerbell, and you are? I'm Aqua. I'm Kushina. So you're Aqua, huh? Now, first, you're Aqua and Kushina, huh? Now, first stop, Mermaid Lagoon. Oh, okay. Then they enter Mermaid Lagoon. They hear, they hear a voice. I have you now, Peter Pan. Today's the day I shall be rid of you forever. We're busy, Hook. We're off on an expedition. Can I show you off another day? You'll show me up now. To give me back my treasure. Who's that? Asked Kushina. Oh, that's just Captain Hook. He's a two-bit pirate codfish. he, if he's a pirate captain, then I'm king of the pirates. But I thought King of the Pirate was this Gold Rogers guy. Ask Kushina said, that's just a rumor. I mean, who wants to follow the One Piece anyway? She doesn't. I could either buy her believing the One Piece or Aqua. Actually, Aqua would brush out the One Piece, but she didn't believing it would be true. That probably won't be the last.
Hook would know about the One Piece.
Or Jack Sparrow. I can imagine Jack Sparrow was the king of the pirates.
I mean,
and I promise
Jack has seen some stuff.
Yeah. And I can't promise, and I can't promise. And in this series, this won't be the last One Piece joke I'm doing. In fact, I'm considering allowing the One Piece characters be in the final Pirates of the Caribbean arc. I'm considering it. Cause imagine Sora Naruto teaming up with Luffy.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. Anyway, back to the story. Captain Hook says, "Speak!" He runs off, does a signal. That's a signal. Fire! Then they fire all the cannonballs. We're sitting ducks out there. Let's run, says Aqua. Then they reach up to the side of the cliffs. Oh, relax. They looked up and the cliff, and it was a far. Oh, relax, man. A little pixie dust will be there in a jiffy. Says, but we never fly to that high before. What if we fall? Man, what did you turn into cowards? And Aqua asked, don't you think you're asking a bit much of them? This is between me and them, Aqua. Only the bravest of the men can climb that treasure. Yeah, we know. Tink, if you would, we haven't got all that day. And he leaves a trail to pixie dust for all of the fly. Now think of your happy thoughts, Peter says. And I know what Kuchina's happy thoughts would be. Her husband, Minato. Of course, she's not pregnant with Naruto yet. Then they reach the goal.
At least
Hey,
her having a son.
what? Yeah. Anyway, they reach the goal and says, "Hey, aren't we back where we started? You mean we went through all of that for nothing?" Asked one of the lost boys. Well, you conquered all sort of obstacles to get here, and to me, that's certainly not nothing. Kushina says, "You're right. We had you all wrong. You were just looking out for them, being a good leader." And Peter says, "Of course I am." And Kushina says, and I can see Kushina says, "You are the rudest, thoughtless young boy I've ever met. If I have a son like you, I will pound him to a pulp." And if I'm not here, at least I hope. And if I don't have, and if I'm not with them, at least I hope he has friends. Hopefully, hopefully, a girlfriend to make sure he stands in line. That's a Narasaki. That's a foreshadowing
Mm-hmm.
Narasaki.
Yeah.
Then I hear Hook again. "You're too late, Peter Pan. I'll be taking what's mine now." It's Hook. "Speak? Secure me treasure." And he opens it and he jumps. "Ah, what is it now? Captain, the treasure, it's been. Spit it out, you idiot." He looks around to see it's toy toy weapons and all that fish. What's all this junk? What do you mean junk? Those are our treasures, Hook. But what did you do with my treasure? Oh,
Where's me
we
treasure?
we lost it all.
Where's my treasure?
You lost it all. You what? You scurvy
We
brat!
lost it.
You tossed me for the last time, he said. Then he hears the ticking sound. And turns around to see the crocodile again. "Ah, you again! No, no, get away from me! Speed, do something! Speed!" They all laughed.
Sorry, that will not be funny.
I know. Is that? Yeah, he. Of course, he was here, and someone else. Then was here, says Aqua. Then she has a feeling, and someone else is here too. Then they return to the Indian camp. So, they hear a voice said, "So, you have a deep talk with the kitties?" They see Vanitas with the wooden keyblade. "Where'd you get that?" "I thought this kid's outgrowing such a childish toy, if you ask my opinion." He snaps it in half and tosses it to her, to Aqua and Kushina. And I can see Kushina being all pissed. "Yeah, you
Oh
freak!"
yeah, she would be.
And they summon their keyblades. And it was a hard and tits battle. It's one of the hardest fights in the game, in my opinion.
Mm,
It was fun though too. I also love Haley Joel Osment says,
it was.
and Haley Joel Osment as Vanias. He sounds like he's having the time of his life playing the villain. Playing the villain.
Yeah, I could see that.
And after his after his defeat, Aqua, Aqua and Kushida were fatigued and fall down. Because he's finally finished. Then Terra says, Aqua, Minato, you can rest now. Then they pass out. Of course, she said you can rest easy, but I wanted to say you can rest now because it's a callback to Pepper saying that to Tony in Endgame.
Yeah.
Then they have this dream of Vin saying, "Quit treating me like a kid." I can't help it. You two would make the weirdest brothers. Then they hear someone's Aqua Kushina, Aqua Kushina. Then they open their eyes. Oh no! Look at Vin's treasure. And Aqua says, "No, it's okay, Peter. Whatever happens that binds us together isn't going to break so easily. And it's our real treasure. I think Ventus knew that. That's why he left it behind." And Peter says, "You guys must be really close. And that's pretty something special. You and Vin and Tara. Was it? One day you should all come back." I like that. I doubt they'll come back.
Yeah. Aqua might.
Possibly Vin, but Tara, I don't know.
No, maybe. Would you say Terra got redeemed after Cage 3, or does he still got to atone?
I think he has to tell. What do you think?
I think so too, because he really didn't show like he really redeemed himself in 3
Yeah, I agree. Speaking
after he
of which,
got freed.
speaking of which, he goes. We'll go back to him at Destiny Islands. He sees baby Riku, and then one of the fathers says, Excuse me, I can't help but notice you're a Keyblade master, aren't you?" He said, "Well, yeah. How did you know that?" I have my ways. Yeah, and I see a light toward your son. Really? Yes, I see him as a potential Keyblade wielder. Oh, that's interesting. He says- and Riku's mother said, "I knew it. I knew my son was destined for great things." Yeah. Then he has this vision of him growing. Of, then to young Xehanort, then to KH2 Riku, which I thought that was kind of weird when he saw the vision.
That was. What does it mean?
Then he said, my friend, we just got new neighbors. I forget their last names, but his name is Haru. Did you say Haru? Yes, I see. Yeah, and not only that, but his wife is pregnant. Pregnant? It's Haru's wife is already now pregnant with Kushina's brother is now pregnant with her baby. That baby will be Sora. Then he said,
Okay.
then he says, "I have a feeling about your son, and if it's okay." He brings out his keyblade and he hands it to the baby and he touches it. And you take this key. So as long as you have the makings, then do this simply vacuum taking. its wielder you shall one day be, and you will find me, friend. No ocean will contain you, no more borders around or below, so as long as you champion the ones that you love. He, the baby stretches out and grabs the handle of the keyblade. Hey, I don't have a name for Riku's father now. They turn around to see Haru. Tara didn't. Tara turned away and said, and walked away. And said, when they saw him, they said, "We'll be right there, Haru." And then when they see Tara's position, they see that he's gone. It's kind of like the Batman, like when Batman leaves. Hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
And that was the only good part in Dark Knight Rises, where he says, "So that's what it feels like."
It's funny because in one of the Halloween movies, Laurie did that to Michael.
Really.
Yeah, she's on the ground. He looks away, looks back, and she's gone.
then he then he reaches, flies through the lanes between, and he looks up to see a light flying through the sky. Is that light? Is that Ben? Master Terra, find me. You must speak at once. Xehanort's voice is called. Master Xehanort, you wish to see me? As he reaches the Keyblade graveyard. There's no time to lose. I've got terrible news. Ventus has stumbled upon the secrets of his origin. Vin, I just saw him. He passed through kind of like right in front of me. What happened? Ventus is on his way home. If you could see the fury in his eyes, I'm certain he's capable of anything. I fear that will made to attempt to force the troop out of Arrakis. Master Terra, you must hurry back and see to your return to your friend's safety. Of course. He flies off and then he laughs evilly. And meanwhile, back at the land, he makes it to the land of departure, entered the Fort Court. You see Ericus. Vetus, you're alone? I thought Aqua would. And he approaches and gives him a hug. Well, what matters is that you're home. You don't belong outside this world yet. You need to stay here where you can learn. In your prison? What? That's your excuse for keeping me in prison here, isn't
In
it?
your prison?
Yeah. What did you hear? I'm supposed to be some kind of weapon? Some kind of keyblade? I knew it. Xehanort. He could never let it go. In this flashback, I don't know how many years in this flashback, but I'm have one of the Hokages there with them during a meeting. Wait, Xehanort, says the Hokage.
Nah, that'd be
There's
too much.
Yeah, you're right. Then scratch the Hokage thing. There's a reason that presents us barred from such a knowledge. Why do you seek the Keyblade?
I mean, at most, because Hiruzen was a kid when
I would put maybe Jiraiya. Would that work?
maybe.
Okay, I'll put Jiraiya there.
I don't think a young Hiruzen would really work.
Yeah, I agree. A young Jiraiya
Given he
there.
was pretty young when he became Okage.
Yeah, he was.
But
But
then that also makes me question like the age. I
yeah,
mean, I mean, Jiraiya could work. He's
Yeah,
older
I could
than
see it.
Kushina.
Yeah, and that flashback looks like they don't look like they've aged.
Yeah, they didn't age them that whole time.
Yeah, so let's just say it's Jiraiya there. He's there because he was ordered by the Hokage to have a meeting with the two keybearers to discuss new threats. Then then Xehanort explained what he seeks. Why do you seek the Keyblade? And Jiraiya said, Keyblade? I thought that was a myth. You mean you would reduce them to nothing but darkness? Ah, Jiraiya. But darkness did come.
Most myths are based in legend, mostly fact.
Yes, we know so little about the Keyblade War, only that it was just the beginning. Among the crisis of precious light was found. It is a curious tale and one worth exploring. They say ruin brings about creation, so why would what would another Keyblade War bring? Where the darkness falls, would another worthy of this precious light that Fledge speaker? I must have the answers. The Keyblade needs to be forged, and within the door to the Keyblade War unlocked. Fool, you risk apocalypse out of sheer curiosity? I will never allow it, Xehanort. Not while I live! Then they, but what? Again, Eric, you have all wrong. Darkness is the beginning. You see, not an end. At birth, everyone emerges from darkness into a world of light, do we not? Poetic excuses. If words won't dissuade you, one thing will. Then they get in then they use this keyblade to charge at Master Xehanort. Xehanort attacks back and hit him in the face, causing him the power.
And
Has the darkness taken you, Xehanort?
scars his face.
Yeah, not your concern. And Jiraiya tries to help him up. Why are you Listen, I don't know much about Kingdom Hearts. We don't. Listen, I agree with Ericus. We don't know much about Kingdom Hearts. If we go through, if we go through it, we might destroy it. Then back to current time. I failed. I had a chance to stop him. Couldn't do it. But I will not fail again. What are you? What are you doing? The Keyblade has no place in this or any world. Xehanort made his purpose clear, and I'm left no choice. Forgive me, he says with a tear. But you must exist no more. After that, I question, who's the worst teacher? Him or Kakashi? It's still Kakashi. Do you agree?
I mean, I still say him, but Ericus, what?
Who's worse, Kakashi or Ericus? Worst teacher?
Kakashi.
Yeah, because
There was points
because
where Kakashi could have stopped Sasuke, but didn't.
yeah, he's he's one of the main reasons Sasuke's a emo douchebag he is. One of the reasons he left the village. Of course, there are other reasons too, but I don't
Yep.
want. Let's talk about Sasuke the better. Less I think about Sasuke, the better. Because every time I think about Sasuke,
Yeah, that's a story for another day.
my blood just spoils every time I think of him. Because I hate him that much.
It boils.
Yeah, yeah. But you must exist no more. Use energy and
To the point
try
where
to
I
fire.
just want to see Kratos give him a beat down.
Yeah. Anyway, Anyway, Ericus uses Keyblade to fire at Ven, but Terra swoops in just in time to save him. Ven blocks Ericus's attack. Terra! Ven, what? Master, have you gone mad? Terra, I command you, step aside. No! You will not heed your master? I won't! Why do all my attempts to reach you fail? If you don't have power in your heart to obey, then you will have to share Ventus's fate. Then, then
I do
Terra gets
like
a
he
fight.
cried at that this is not what he wants, but knows it needs to be done.
Yeah, and you know what's sad? Terra, you know what I find funny? A master, voiced by Mark Hamill, attempts to kill his student because he sees darkness in him. Does that sound familiar to you?
I feel
I know.
since Arrogance isn't moping around the whole time.
Yeah, that's why that's handled better in Birth by Sleep than it was handled better in The Last Jedi.
Agreed.
And then after that, Terra
Oh, yeah.
sends Finn out in a portal to another world. And he says, "You may be my master, but I will not let you hurt my friend. Has the darkness taken you, Terra? Wait, Terra!" Then they get in a fight. Then after the defeat, after the fight, Terra looks guilt. What have I done, Master? I just wanted to keep Finn safe. No, you were right. I failed, Terra. Perhaps I'm no one to blame but myself for putting the darkness inside. And now I've done worse. Raised my keyblade against you and Ventus, and my own heart is darkness. Then he, then he struck him behind. He drops his keyblade and falls. And then he fades into the light. But Master, I kind of wish.
Not gonna lie, I kind of felt sad during that.
Yeah, and I kind of wish whoever.
And this is where Terra's ultimate screw up happens.
Yeah. Then he sees. Then he hears someone coming. What a sight! Why do you trouble with the remorse, Master Terra? This man was spent on destroying your friend, your own pupil. Master, why? You know I find your progress quite striking, but you still fall short. Let all that anger help, my boy. Give your heart over the darkness. What do you mean? Still so blind that I will make you see. Come to the place where all Keyblade will leave their mark on the face. The Keyblade Graveyard. Therefore, you shall be named as Darth Vader. Sorry, wrong movie. That was a joke. That was how it
Well,
should
he's
have
not
ended.
wrong.
Yeah.
Because Terra is pretty much Vader at this point.
Yep.
I would have thought you would have made a con joke since it's Spock, since it's Leonard Nimoy.
Yeah, I should have done that. Or she should have done like Xehanort! Xehanort! But then again, that's William Shatner, not Leonard Nimoy. If it was Shatner, I probably would do that.
Well, technically, Quinto did. No, Quinto did the con scream in the darkness.
Really, I haven't seen that yet. Are the newer Star Trek movies
It's
good?
not
J.J. Abrams one?
good, but it's not. It's like man. Yeah, where they have Cumberbatch as Khan.
Really, that sounds interesting. Doesn't sound like good as I forgot the actor's name who played in the original one.
Ricardo Montalban.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah, Cumberbatch is good, but Montalban is a lot better.
Montalban's con was
So
felt
in the
Shakespearean.
darkness also has Peter Weller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not that big of a Star Trek guy. I never watched. I'm, anyway, we're getting
I've
off.
seen Wrath of Khan. It's actually really good.
I would like to. They say that's the best Star Trek movie.
It pretty much is. I also think it's one of Link Carr's favorite movies.
Yeah. Of course, they say the odd numbers Star Trek movies are the bad ones, and the even ones are the good ones.
Yeah. Although I hear 3 is pretty good.
That's the one with Search for Spock. It's funny.
Yeah.
Christopher Lloyd's in it. Both Xehanorts are in the movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
I kind of wish they had a fight. And if Nostalgia Critic was a Kingdom Hearts fan back then, or if they had Christopher Lloyd, he said, I'm the better Xehanort.
We just need Howard. We just needed Howard.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'd have all 3.
Yeah. Then after that fight, Finn makes it to Destiny Islands, and he sees Vanitas. And I'm through with you, says Vin. Well, I'm just getting started with you. You're strong enough to fulfill your purpose. He summons his Keyblade. So what are you waiting for? Join with me right now and become the Keyblade. No, I won't do it. He told me the only way the Keyblade can be forged is for us to fight. Well, guess what? I'm not fighting. You used to be too broken to talk back. Then we have that. We see Vanitas flashback of how he was created. Ben still remembers it, holding his pain. Fine, then I'll give you a reason to fight, Vanitas said. Come and find me at the only place to spawn the Keyblade. The Keyblade Graveyard. There you'll see me choke the life out of out of Terra, Aqua, and Kushina. Then we'll see how long you play the pacifist. And he leaves in a dark portal. Aqua, Terra, Kushina. I swear you'll put it into this. Meanwhile, Kushina and Aqua reach Destiny Island. And then Aqua sees Haru And Uncle Kushina see, wow, this is a nice place. And then, wait a minute. Uh, uh, Kushina, Aqua. They turn around and sees Haru and his wife. I keep forgetting his wife's name. I'll name her Ochako, okay?
Did you say it was Ellie?
Ellie,
I thought you
yeah.
said it was Ellie.
Yeah, you're right. Ellie. They see Haru and Ellie. Not that Haru. Just to recap, not that Haru and Ellie.
Yeah,
This
I
one's,
know.
yeah. Anyway, they they give each, Kushina gives her brother a hug and says, then she looks at Ellie Bonnie and widen her eyes. You're pregnant? And she said, yes. And she feels her belly, and then she has a vision of the future baby growing up to be a key bearer. He said, what is it? I just had a vision of your son. Son? You mean we're gonna have a boy? Uh-huh. And he's gonna do great things, she said with a sad smile. He's gonna he's gonna be a hero. He's gonna save us. He's gonna save the world from us. He's the next. He's the next chosen one. How do you know? Call it a Keyblade's intuition or Keyblade sense. You couldn't call it a Keyblade tingle. As a shot at Peter Tingle in MCU Spider-Man.
Yeah, kind of stupid.
Yeah. Then
What's wrong with spider sense?
yeah. And Spider-Sense sounds better.
Oh, your Peter King is amazing.
Huh?
I do like it how it should have ended where Toby's dodging the gauntlet attacks and Holland goes, well, your Peter Tingle's amazing. And then Toby goes, what?
Yeah. Anyways, then she, then she feels the key button. Then she puts it near Ellie's body. She knows he's. She can feel the baby's hands touching the handle, and Aqua then Aqua says one keyblade is enough. In her thoughts, she says one keyblade is enough for any friendship. I learned that the hard way. I wouldn't wish the lives. I wouldn't wish those lives on children. Tara, please tell me what's to become of us. Then they fly around and they see Mickey flying the lanes in between. Is that they? They pick him up. And how, how does this happen, Master? You said. Don't worry, we'll take you back to him," says Aqua. They take him back to to. Yeah, they take him back to the mysterious tower, and Don and Goofy tries to wake him up. Aqua, the stars give me great news. Master Arcus' star has been polluted. I'm afraid but he has been struck down. Kushina gasps and silently cries. But who's responsible? Master Xehanort and Kara. Then no! Aqua jumps. That's absurd. Tara would never. I hope with all of my heart that you are right about your friend. There are some things even the stars cannot tell me. But where is he? Where can I find Tara? Tara's heart is leading him to the ancient Keyblade graveyard, where wielders weapons once waged war. I've heard of that place. says Kushina. We'll go after him to see if it's true. Aqua's again says, be on your guard. Terra, Finn, just please be safe. Then Terra and Aqua says, the three of us, all we will always be the same. And when I get back, I'm going back to Minato. She has this feeling that he's gonna be a Hokage. Like, look, when she does get back, we'll make him. He'll be a Hokage, and then they celebrate by making Naruto. I didn't mean to be perverted. Anyway,
That's fine.
yeah. They find Terra. He said, I was told that the master was struck down. Yes, Terra says, I was stupid and helped Xehanort do it. Aqua gasped. The master, you tried to hurt Ben. I fought because I wanted to protect him. But I was tricked. Xehanort set the whole thing up. All of us, so Master awakened the darkness inside me. You were right, Aqua. And so was the Master. I did need to be watched. I went astray, but no more. What else is darkness but hate and rage? Xehanort is feeding the dark fires within you, making you fight. You'll go astray again. Tell me, how does that honor our Master's memory, Terra? I don't know. Then he holds Aqua's hands. I do realize this. I never tried to tell you this. She started blushing. But then I see Vin walking to him, saying on what's me and Vin need us to fight, he says. Make some sort of keyblade. But the master said we can't let that happen. And he tried to destroy me for it. Keyblade? I still don't know what that is. But the thought of it scares me to death. Even just the thought of it. Relax, Vin, Terra said. We'll take care of you. I may have to fight Phineas alone. If I do, guys, I want you to. The three of us will never be torn apart. All right? We'll find a way. Then he takes off Finn's hat. I'm asking you as a friend, just put an end to me. They both gasp. All three of them gasp. And Kushina said, no. We'll find a way to save you. That's my promise of a lifetime. That's my promise of a lifetime. We won't let anything happen to you. She said, promise of a lifetime.
And
Uzumaki making a promise. Maybe.
That's unheard of.
Behold, these lifeless keys to be full of power, united with the hearts of their masters on the royal soil. Keyblades of light plunged in combat. And a great Keyblade war forge. Countless Keyblade lords gave up their lives all to search one ultimate key, and it still belonged to me. Keyblade and Fox Demon. What? You don't think I didn't know that? Kushina, you obtained the Fox Demon inside of you. How did you know? I have my way. Oh, he has his ways, says Phineas. And Kushina says, forget it. You're not going to use this you're not gonna use the demon's power to get what you want. Then they use the Keyblade armor. Uh, of course, Kuchina's is red.
Nice.
And then Vin starts to rush, but Terra stops him and rushes him. So Xehanort caused the ground to rise. Terra jump and watch Xehanort watch go from another plateau. Then the sky grows dark. Xehanort creates a cyclone of Keyblades and sends them flying towards Kuchina, Aqua, and Vin. They dodged. They dodge them, and then get in a fight. And then Terra knocks off the cliff by the cyclone. Aqua stops and looks, and she runs up. And she lands up over next to Vin's. Vin walked over to see if she was okay, and then Aqua uses her Keyblade to where Terra is, and lifts up Terra to the air, and then Aqua, and then we see that Vin of that scene of Xehanort grabbing Vin's helmet and causing him to freeze. And Terra and Kushina look in horror. I mean, Aqua and Kushina look in horror. then Terra lets go Vin. I mean, Xehanort lets go of Vin and disappear. And Aqua catches him. Vin. And he was he says, "I was. Are you okay?"
He even shatter on his way down.
Yeah, me too. Are you okay? And he said, shivering, "I was frozen today." Sorry, I had to do that. I was frozen today.
Yeah, it needs to be done.
Yeah, it's probably one of my favorite nostalgia critic running gags.
Yeah.
Then Terra confronts Xehanort. Then he said, "I'm really done. I knew it was a journey you can make over the unseen wall that divides darkness and light. And I was not wrong, Terra. My friend Vin. You tell me, Xehanort. What did you do to him?" "Why, I did him a favor. Freed the darkness inside him. Alas, poor Ventus never had the foretold of such treacherous trials." "Xehanort!" And then get in a fight. And then after that, Xehanort blocks Terra's attack and says, "Go take what Ventus owes you and take out Aqua Kushina's life and bring the Fox Demon to me." Terra looks over his shoulders to chase after Venus, but Xehanort blocks him. "You see how powerless you are to save them? Savor the rage, the despair. Let them empower you. You will pay, Xehanort. Was my master? No. My father? Ericus not enough for you? Leave my friends alone." "Yes, my boy, that's it. More. let your heart blacken with anger. Ah! Then after his battle, Xehanort says, "Even in this, I have already won." Then then we have this battle. Then meanwhile, Kushida and and Aqua were trying to heal Vin, and then they hear someone's voice. How about you lead the popsicle with me? You can little fight with Terra. It was Bragg. Now he has an eye patch. You can't be too happy about him deep sixing your master. Who are you? Asked Kushina. You think you have some grand mal to plague Fox Demon? As if. You're only here so when I finish you off, Terra will succumb to the darkness, so who wants to go first? Then Vin glares at Bragg and says, "Shut up!" And so, oh, so the kiddo thinks he's a full-fledged Keyblade wielder. He's got the angry look down. You, you must be. You better be glad you don't see my angry look, says Kushina. Actually, I'm gonna show you it right now. Then she gives. Then she gives the. Then she turns it to. Then her hair gets all fox demon, and that scares Bragg a little bit. It even scared. Go ahead with your waste if you want to waste your time. Keep trying to drive us apart with your mind game. It'll never work. Terra will prove to you that he's stronger.
Maybe here Christina just fights Brig by herself while Aqua takes care of Ben.
Yeah. The other, and then after that, I keep forgetting. Don't mess with Keyblade wielders. But you know what? That just means I made the right choice. Shut up, says Kushina. Oh, he wanted. Well, he wanted me to buy time, and I say he got it. Oh, then he gets. Then he turns off and runs off. Aqua says. Then they get knocked out by Vanitas. And Terra looks from over and says, "No!" Says, and now, Terra, for the final union. What? At last, our moment is here. I was the older, brittle vessel, and when the younger, stronger, new one. Xehanort raises his hand, lifting up his heart towards the sky. I swore I would survive, and be there with waiting me on the Keyblade War. And now it is your darkness that shall be the arc to sustains me. Then he uses then Terra tries some of his armor to protect himself, and unable to move. And Xehanort's body disappears and falls, and then and Xehanort's body turns a slimmer of light, and all of Terra's body armor falls off. The Keyblade falls to the ground, and then his hair turns white, and his eyes turn yellow. Then he says, "This heart belongs again to
His
dark."
eyes yellow.
Yeah, his eyes turn yellow. All all to begin in darkness, and also end. The heart is no different. Darkness sprouts within it, grows, consumes it. Such is its nature. In the end, every heart returns to the darkness whence it came. Epcar saying it was fine, but nothing could top Billy Zane saying that line.
No, yeah.
Especially when he says darkness is the heart's true essence. And I don't care. I don't care what I'm doing. I'm having Billy Zane still voice Tara Xehanort. What?
You ever notice when if you have Chaos Ripper equipped and then this fight happens, it goes back to End of the Earth Keyblade?
Yeah.
I find that weird.
Yeah. He turns around to see Tara's armor formed together, and it became the lingering will. Your body submits, your heart succumbs. So why does
Oh
your mind?
joy!
And the lingering will, of course, kicks Xehanort's
Why
Tara
doesn't his
Xehanort's.
mind resist?
I don't know. And then the information said defeat
You
Xehanort to
think it'd be
take
his
back your
heart that
body.
resists?
Right. Right. And then the battle information said defeat Xehanort to take back your body. Ha!
Yeah, no. If we did, this series would not happen.
Yeah. Yeah. Then it defeats Terranort, who lies on the ground unconscious. The Keyblade placed the Keyblade back into its knees. And then we see flashbacks of Ven and Aqua and Kushina.
Then
Terra's
his
armor
cape shows up.
and then his cape appears. And says, Aqua, Ven, one day I will set this right.
Meanwhile, with Ven,
Yeah. After that, Vanitas was about to strike down Aqua. No. Then somehow and Kushina. Then then somehow Aqua then uh, then then somehow defrosts of the ice and gets in a fighting stance. Fights Vanitas. After they fought, got it. Just now that my body is about to perish, as his mask about to dissolve, you and I will have to join together. The Keyblade will soon be forged. Which, when I saw that, I was like, "What? He looks like Sora." Well, then again, I should be surprised because he has Sora as a voice actor. But
I kind of knew that's what he'd look like given the voice.
yeah, then first they come from you. It happens when you and I were splitting it too. The negativity took the shape of these monsters. That's what I feel. A horde of fledged emotions under my control. I released them as I into all the worlds that I could, hoping to lure you away from home and isolate you from your master. We needed to make you stronger. None of us were perfect opponents, and better yet, no matter how many times you defeat them, they're never ticket flows back to me. You never stood a chance against us, Ventus. then he then he pulls them into the spear of light and blows Aqua away, and Kushina too. And they find themselves in a stained glass station of its heart. Our union was not finished. The Keyblade should stay broken like this. Join me now and complete the Keyblade. Then he shakes his hand. No, I got a better idea. Why don't I destroy you both? The Keyblade is made of your heart too, idiot. If you destroy it, your heart will vanish forever. Whatever it takes. Anything to save Terra, Aqua, and Kushina. It's always about your friends, isn't it? At least I have some. I'd become a part of their heart just to become part of mine. My friends are my power, and I'm theirs. And it became one of the.
I do like that going full circle for the first game.
Yeah, me too.
Plus, I buy what Ven said there more than anything Naruto would say.
Yeah, me too. But luckily, my Naruto is not Kichi Naruto.
Right.
And after they get the fight, he defeated Vanitas.
And a cool finisher.
Yep. It was kind of difficult too.
Which kind of remind me of Omni Slash. What?
Yeah. Omni Splash. And after his defeat, Ven's body and Aqua flows in space in armor. Mickey arrives with his star shard. Take Aqua's hand. He waves the shard and leaves with them. We see a bright light that Ven splashes. He's followed with open eyes. This place. I've been here. It's so warm. I remember now. This is your heart. Then we see a newborn baby with spiky brown hair crying. His heart is warm. And then the baby sees the light and claps and grabs it and puts it inside his heart. And that's how.
Oh, that's cute.
And that's how Ven got into Sora.
But back to the graveyard with Kushina and Aqua.
Yep. Gosh, they hear voices. I'm asking you.
I'm pretty sure that fight was going on while Ben was having his fight.
Yeah. But I couldn't do both at the same time.
Yeah,
Gosh.
I know.
Yeah. And Kushina has a flashback with her and Minato's wedding. And then she wakes up and hears Mickey's voice. Gosh, I'm glad you're okay. Ven. She stands up and looks around and they see Ven. Oh, thank goodness, Ven, you're safe. And Kushina gets a closer look and then pulls Aqua away and blocks the Keyblade before Ven could attack them. That's not Ven. Correct. I am not Ventus. His heart becomes part of mine now. The Keyblade will open a door, one that leads to all worlds. Then Keyblade bearers will flock from each other and one of them to battle for win. The like with the Kingdom Hearts, and like that, Legend said the Keyblade War will begin. Shut up! I'm sick of your nonsense," says Aqua. Yeah,
I do
just
like
keep.
that they kind of fused McCartney and Osmond's voice together,
Yeah, yeah, I did too.
and that he got the
Just
Vanita suit.
yeah. And then the three heroes battle Ventus Venus, and then after that, Venus Aqua, then Aqua gets all fatigued and says, "What's wrong? Giving up already?" And she pulls a wing finder and turns to Christina and nods. Fen, Terra, Minato, lend me your strength. Lend me your strength. Lend us your strength. And they feel a roar of light, and then charges at Venus. And but there's still glowing keyblades to a shockwave energy, and pushes Plague and causes the keyblade to crack. They knock him to the ground, and the keyblade flies in the air, and release many strange of energies, which carve Mickey. Mickey looks up and gasps, "It's all going haywire!" Mickey runs towards it, and Aqua tries to rescue Ben, and the keyblade strike near, and it disintegrates, releasing more energy, blowing Ben away. Aqua runs after him, and then she grabs his, until she finally grabs his hand, and as the blast hits him, he knocks Aqua unconscious. Kushina's still awake. Wake up! You lost consciousness. Fortunately, Mickey found you, and Mickey and I found you, and lines between. We brought you here. I'm sorry, we couldn't find Terra. What? Aqua says. He's missing. And she looks down and says, I see. And she looks at Ven, who's asleep. Ven. His heart is sleeping, says Master Ians. When will he wake? I could not say. It's almost his heart is left. Should it return, he may very well. Should it not, then he may sleep like this for all eternity. No, I'll keep him safe until he waits forever if I have to. I'll go with you. Aqua said. No. Then Aqua shakes her hand and says, no, Kashina. You're needed in Hidden Leaf. The world needs protection. And saying what it's saying. You need to be with your husband. But don't worry. After this, we'll be back. We'll be back for you. I'm afraid she's right. Kushina says. Master Ian said. You must you must aid to your village where they need you. After all, you are the wife of the Hokage. What? Yes, Minato is gonna has just been named Hokage. He's gonna come back and surprise you. And then Kushina cries happily and says, "His, don't worry, he didn't have a ceremony yet. He couldn't have it without you." Then she cries, and happily. Then she hugs Aqua and says, "I hope to see you soon, Aqua. When, whenever it be, now or 10 years from now, I hope you find Ven's heart." Thanks. I will. Yeah, I believe in Vin too. Gosh, he's been a good friend of me as anybody. And if you believe, then he'll Three lights to follow him instead of one, two, or two. No, four. Terra, says Aqua. But Terra's gone. Maybe for good. Mm-mm. I think I know where to find him. And after that, she drops Aqua off, and Aqua watch. Of course, Aqua will watch Minato's Hokage ceremony, and then says, "You're gonna make a great Hokage, and someday you two will make great parents." Oh no! Oh, how wrong you are gonna be on that, Aqua. Not that they wouldn't make great parents; is that they wouldn't be parents at all. Then after that, they make it home, or Aqua makes it to the land of departure, and she uses her master's keyblade to turn it to Castle Oblivion. So, and then where Vin will be hidden. And then after that, she senses the darkness somewhere. She goes to Radiant. She goes to Radiant Garden, and then she sees Terra. Then he says, "Ask who am I?" Hey, then he grabs her by the. Then he grabs her by the chest. Such a terrible darkness. Why did Terra? Please, Terra, you say? Then he grins. He believes Terra's heart would extinguish, smothered by the darkness within him. Ah! Aqua has a feeling in her heart and says, "My name is Master Aqua. Now return my friend. No, my love's heart, or pay the price." Because I could see her finally realizing that she's in love with Terra in there. That's when she realizes it.
Yeah. Mhm.
And they get in a big boss battle, which was, I gotta admit, it was kind of fun. Especially once I knew once more and second chance.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Yeah, once you get those, you're good. Along with Leaf Bracer.
Yes. I know it. Then they get in fights. Then they hear Xehanort say, "Stop fighting back!" Terra, I know you're in there. Xehanort, then I'll teach you. Get out of my heart! He uses the keyblade on himself, and he stabs it. And then Xehanort falls down the portal. Falls at the portal. Aqua tries to reach to him to save him. I've I have to do something. We will both be lost. Then she charges her keyblade back to normal, living out of her armor. She puts her keyblade in his hand. "I'm with you. Go!" She sends Terra the armor flying, carrying Terra while she falls into darkness. Vin, I'm sorry. I might not make it able as soon as I thought, but I promise I'll be there one day to wake you up. Meanwhile, Kushina has that a few months, 9 months later. Kushina has this terrible feeling. She doesn't know where Aqua is. She is pregnant with her son, her son, who she's naming Naruto. Then we get that famous scene of how Naruto was born, and know how he died. Then after that,
One thing, does Kushina give Naruto the Wayfinder?
yes, but it, but it's also up there with that in the treasure with the scarf. Once he finds the scarf, he keeps it. He keeps it, and he doesn't throw it away
No,
just for Hinata. Or
but he does keep the Wayfinder on him always, right?
yeah, until one day he realizes he wants to give it to Sakura because he wanted a piece of his mother to her. Actually, he keeps the Wayfinder, but he gives the scarf to Sakura. I always said that didn't mind the scarf thing, but if he gave the
That
scarf,
works.
yeah, because it said it's a piece of my mother to you. Then then after that they had the Hokages have a meeting, and they had King Mickey there. Are you saying that? Are you saying that we can't let him be? What? Mickey asked in question. You mean he's gotta stay here and not with Haru and his family? Yeah, it's the only way to keep them safe from all the Heartlesses, says the Hokage. But Mickey wouldn't have it. No, this is wrong. Mickey, the Heartless don't. Xehanort's doesn't know where about Naruto, but there's small there's a small chance he might know about Naruto, and it'd be best if they're both separate. Until one day they'll fight, says the Hokage. Says the third Hokage. But Mickey doesn't buy into that. No, we should take the baby. We should take Naruto. Bring him. We should grab Haru. Bring him here so he can protect the Naruto. Says no, we can't. We can't interfere with world order anymore. Them staying there is the best thing. We're doing it. End of discussion. And Yen says, "I'm afraid he's right, Mickey." And Mickey tried to protest, but they said, "What's done is done." And Mickey was surprised and looks at baby Naruto and says, "This is wrong." And he leaves the room.
You can see him looking at Naruto holding the Wayfinder in his hand.
Yeah. Then he says, "One day, you'll be able to know your true heritage, Naruto. You and Sora." Then we have a scene in Kingdom Hearts, what I assume is or the afterlife, or the I forgot what the world was called in Kingdom Hearts 3 when Sora went after he was temporarily killed by Xehanort, but that's where the ghosts of Kushina and Minato are. They talk about Naruto being Kushina's cries and says, "Oh, my poor baby. Look how they're mistreating him." They see Naruto's life, and Minato says, I know, Kushina. I know, but one day he'll be able to use the Fox Demon power for good." And and then she actually, and when she died, she gives him a handle of her Keyblade. And said, take this." Then she kisses him goodbye. That wasn't. Then she cries about, and then she said, "Someday he will meet Sora, and they will save us all." Then then we had that scene of Zayn talking to Zayn Tara, the secret ending.
Hmm.
He says where he says, "You think you could just come in and take over?" I'm not gonna sit that let that happen. He said, "Don't ever entertain the notion of escaping me, boy. In the end, your heart will be engulfed by mine forever, and then I will find the fox demon." Wrong. You're gonna get shut on the door, old man. As I recall, you can handle your own darkness. How are you trying over mine? Hm. You'll find out soon enough. Tara says in a smirk. So that's how it is. Someone has set your foot in your heart. Eric is your sly fox. I'm not afraid of what the darkness holds now. Even if you do wrest control of my heart for me, even if you cast me into the deepest darkness abyss, you sway me from the one that caused the push. I'm ready to pay for it. Bravo words, to be sure, but I'm a patient man. We could take as much time to settle. However, know this: you are just one of many roads that I chose to take. Trust me, I will make certain of that. Then we see have a flashback of Zayn waking up, losing where he in Radiant Garden, where his Ansem finds him. Who are you, boy? Xehanort. 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 Quick, get into the castle. He says, you can count on me. Hmm. Then he said, Dylan, get those for me. Hmm. Then we finally see the scene of Ansem and Aqua. They talk about why they were there, and Ansem says, "I do not remember where I am, who I am, where I came. Everything was washed away, where knowing the currents carried me here. That's too bad. I know I've been here for a long time, through endless hours, unable to escape. You wish to return to your own world? My friends, I'm promised I'll be there for them. And I gotta see Kushina. I think I've heard of that name. You remind me of a boy I once knew. He as and another boy, that Kushina. He was very much like her, true to his friends, one of a kind, and he travels the world with his other kind boy to keep the lights safe. Keep the lights safe? I've been away for too long. Something happened? Other worlds in danger? Sad to say, they nearly fell into darkness more than once. But every turn, those boys arrived in the hands to say that they. Wait a second, were their name Tara or Ben? Neither of those, I'm afraid. Aqua says, I should have known. How long since I met him? A year? Perhaps more. My heart clouded with vengeance. I did terrible things, both to him and his friends. I brought unhappiness to more lives than one. I felt something must be done. Why was that? I mean, of clearing my conscience, or perhaps a scholarly instinct. While the boy slipped through his long sleep, I hid the results of my research inside him, transplanting the data where it might serve a purpose. In fact, I would like to believe. Maybe we could set things right. Boys like them would touch so many lives. They can open the right door and save all those people who I managed to ruin. What are those boys' names? Their names are. We see that scene of nominate. drawing a picture. It's a Sora, Naruto. Then then Roxas. Then we see a vision of Terra, of Roxas, Axel, and Shion for the first time. We see her because Birth by Sleep happened like it did, and watch the sunset. They say Sora. The, then Naruto. Then we see Vid and Terra saying Sora, Naruto. Back in the realm of darkness, Aqua sits there crying. And then she says, Sora, Naruto. And then we go back to present day. Sora and Naruto. They got a letter from the king asking him to rescue their friends. The mark of, from the mark of mastery. And then they hear Riku coming. Your mind's made up? Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna go for a while. And Kairi and Sakura walks up to them. God, Sora, Nard. Yeah. It's just, we have to go. We are who we are because of them. Then let's go, says Kairi. Implying that she and Sakura are joining the adventure. And Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance. That was fun, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I'm kind of excited for Dream Drop Distance. We get to see more Sakura and Kairi get more development.
Yeah. Although I don't think I can do it next week.
Me neither. Maybe
Yeah,
2 weeks.
no, I have work on Black Friday, so yeah, we'll do it the week after Black Friday.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you think Naruto's always kept that Wayfinder on him?
Yeah. He found. I want to
Not
have.
really knowing what or who it was from.
Yeah. I also like making more sympathetic to why he couldn't couldn't tell Nard get Naruto to live with Sora. They were ordered by the Yunsen and the Hokage.
Yeah. It's basically why Luke and Leia couldn't be together as kids.
Yeah. And you know what? I might
So will
something I'm
Naruto
gonna
ever
do.
give that Wayfinder like to Sheena or Hanami?
Yeah. Wow. Maybe Hanami. Maybe in their next protagonist, Hanami will be the main character.
Okay, because wouldn't Sheena get the scarf?
Yeah. I said Hanami would be the main character because I liked Sheena. I think Hanami would make a more interesting protagonist. No offense to Sheena.
I think they're both interesting in their own right.
Yeah, that's true. No, something I might do. What if Kingdom Hearts?
Hanami is the most adorable little thing ever.
Yes, even more adorable than Himamari or whatever they call her. You know what I thought when I first saw Himamari?
Yeah, what's her face?
Yes, I thought that was if that's Naruto's daughter, then that's an ugly child.
Yeah, it's more like she's more like Hinata in look than anything.
Yeah, uh, and well, Hanami looks like a mixture between. Only she has Sakura's pink hair, but she has Naruto's green eyes
She has the
and
right mix
his smile.
of both her parents.
Yeah, I also love the Saiyan Jedi's version of. She's so adorable yet.
So it's just so what's this what if idea you have?
What if Sora went to Star Wars? I'm gonna do that next year.
Ooh, that could work. I could see that.
Yeah, but which Star Wars? Original trilogy or Clone Wars?
I just go the first six. I
The
say do the
first.
first six movies and Clone Wars.
Okay.
You know, the only ones that really
Other ones.
matter.
Yeah. And Palpatine will be the new Xehanort. Well, technically, he was the first Xehanort.
Yeah, he was Xehanort Prime.
Mm-hmm.
Only he's more over the top than Xehanort.
Yeah. I wonder what. And I will have, and of course, if I do the original six, how will that um work into Sora being in A New Hope through Return of the Jedi? Have them be older?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's like a 20-year gap between 3 and 4.
Yeah.
Also, if you want to add the Fallen Order series into that,
Yeah. And of course, I'll have Ahsoka and Kyrie be best friends.
yeah. Do you think Kyrie would have a blue lightsaber?
Yeah.
And Sora could have green.
Mm-hmm. Um.
Or here's an idea. How about Sora and Naruto are in the Arkham games?
Yeah. Which is probably my second favorite Batman series. Of course, my number one is the animated series.
Or Naruto like Nightwing's old outfit?
Yeah. Will they feel sad for Joker when he dies?
Because Nightwing, I like the Arkham Knight. What?
When Joker dies in Arkham City, will they feel sorry for him?
Probably not.
I don't. A lot of people. A lot of people jumped in why Batman carried Joker out. I think he was saying good riddance to him. I do love that line when he says, "Do you want to know something
Yeah,
funny?
maybe.
Do you want to know something funny? Even after everything you've done, I would have saved you." And Joker says, "That actually is pretty funny."
I do kind of like that line because it does show Batman's character. No matter how much he hates the Joker, he still would save him, which is shown in Origins when he saved them from falling.
Yeah, he he thinks he believes that
Because Joker even says, "Who would Mister like to save your worthless hide?"
Joker says, "To be honest, I don't know."
You know, officer, I'm wondering the same thing myself. For all the flaws Arkham Origins has, it is a pretty good game.
I agree. I just love that it's a Christmas game too. I bought it 2 days. I got it right like 2 weeks before Christmas.
And Arkham Knight is a Halloween game.
Yep. I thought it was kind of fitting that Joker would be a
The only
hallucination.
thing
Yeah.
yeah, that cure didn't fully work on him.
Yeah, I always thought it was Scarecrow's fears that why is Joker around? Why are we seeing Joker around?
I mean, they could have probably did something like that.
Yeah. And Hamill, let's face it, Hamill stole the show in that game.
Yeah.
I also love the part where he sings instead of the professional singer. I bet you that's what. I bet you they said. I bet you said they went to Mark Hamill. Mark Hamill says, Mark Hamill. They were trying to get Mark Hamill back and saying, "I'm not coming back as Joker, and that's final." But Mark, you get to do a musical scene as the Joker and said, "I'm on my way." Because I can see Mark
Yeah,
doing
now
that.
we can't. Now he's fully retired.
Yeah, he can't do this without Conroy. Like Abbott without Costello.
Yeah.
Or
Unless
Laura
you can
without
get Troy
Horton.
Baker to do both Batman and Joker.
Yeah, but Roger Craig Smith did Batman in Origins, which I thought he did was pretty
Yeah, he
good.
did a pretty good job.
Yeah, he didn't try to sound like Conroy.
I think he tried to somewhat base his performance off Conroy to like show like he'd turn into Conroy as he got older.
Yeah. Were you glad in the Batman they didn't show the parents getting shot in the Patterson Batman the origin story?
No, I'm kind of glad because we don't really need that.
Yeah, me too. We've seen it.
Yeah, we've seen that like what three or four times already. We don't need to keep seeing it.
Yeah.
I mean, we get it. His parents died in Crime Alley. We don't need a repeat of it.
Yeah. I'm also glad the first Spider-Man game wasn't origin story game either. Although it would be kind of cool to play a prequel.
Yeah, you said it late. Yeah, I guess. I like it more when they're already their costume identity, like kind of early into their careers.
Yeah, I mean it was handled well in Spider-Man 2 because we all knew he was going to come back. I I want to watch the Raimi movies again. They were so good. Except,
They're cheesy, but they're fun.
yeah, especially Spider-Man 3. That has some moments. It's not a good
I
movie.
think I like Doc Ock in the second one a lot. He actually
Yeah, you actually feel bad for him, but
they kind of made Doc Ock a complex character in the second Spider-Man movie.
yeah, they did. Was he more complex in the game though?
Which I feel the movie to Peter too, and then we see him fall, and Peter brought him back.
Yeah. I also love how it should have ended Spider-Man 2 because when when he says, "You mean you're gonna kill yourself?" It's a no. Why would I do that?
Like, hey, I know you. Hey, I thought you left. Well, I was going to, but then I thought, nah.
Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow will be
Turns
out for the
out my
rest of
arms are very.
the. I just read that Joe Burrow will be out for the rest of the season for the Bengals. There goes their season.
Really?
Yeah.
But he got hurt last.
Yeah. His wrist.
Oh, they had such a comeback.
I know. I kind
They
of.
were on such a comeback.
Yeah. I agree. I just. I just remembered. I just remembered something. Another scene of how I should have ended Naruto. Um. Have have a flat. Probably. I said something about having a flashback. Having having Naruto do a flashback scene and says, "Wait, when did that happen? When did me and Hinata become friends?" And, and then when I remember the still image
That
of
would be funny.
I remember the still image of Kakashi looking someone in the band, someone telling him the moon's about to fall, and says, what the fuck are you about to? What are you saying? This and how to should and then they would say, "What the moon's about to fall? What is this?" And we see Link come down and says, "Been there, done that."
Actually, I see the blue-haired lawyer from The Simpsons showing up with Link in his suit saying, "Hold it, stop right there. This is a class action lawsuit by my client." This moon falling in 3 days has been played up before by my client, Mr. Link. We'll see you in court, Mr. Hatake.
That's a
Honestly, I think that's a lot funnier.
yeah. And we need to have the here's a bright idea guy. Here's a bright
Yeah,
idea.
that too. Here's a bad idea. Why don't you actually just destroy the moon while it's there? Fine.
and then we should,
Then we see Piccolo.
and then and then Naruto said, "Can you imagine if we were at an adventure and I was in a genjutsu of me falling in love with Hinata? That would be so stupid." Then Hinata says, "Yeah, I would."
And then we could breathe on
And,
the moon.
yeah, yeah. There's so many possibilities with
We're
how it should
still
have
in
ended.
the cafe.
Yeah, and then Superman says, "Wait,"
Yeah, there is.
and Superman says, talks about how absurd the plot of the last is. Wait, so what are you? So me and Sakura are dating. Hinata moved in with Kiba, and we find out and all that and all that alien stuff and that we found out it was all of a genjutsu. I'm not really a descendant of an alien and all that. So, that sounds better, says Batman. Even if it retcons a lot of things, but better than this. Hey, then he looks at Shizuni and says, "Hey, look at my secret identity, because I'm Batman." He would do that to Aqua too, wouldn't he?
Yeah, he would. He'd probably do that to Kushina as well.
Yeah. And how about their ghost? How about their ghostly image after they're seeing their another scene of their ghostly image of seeing Naruto kissing Sakura. I mean Hinata. Hey, look, and Kushina says, "Minato, you told me his girlfriend was a pink hair, was a pink haired, was a pink haired version of me." Then she beats and she pounds Minato. I swear I'm not making it up.
I'm sorry, I don't know what happened. Is that the girl I met before?
Then who is that? And Minato said, "I don't know. Do you know Jiraiya?" No. No, I don't.
Nope.
That's gonna be a podcast running gag. We always make fun of the last.
Yeah, I don't mind because it's worth it.
Yeah. And you know,
Because
I
really,
know
it
another.
is pretty forgettable because nothing really happens.
I know another good scene for how it should have been. You mean she didn't love me like food? And then a ghost of Kushina comes in and says, "Wait, you know the you asked me and my dad me and your dad how we fell in love, right? Yeah, and you know about the concept of love before there. Yeah, I was thinking about to what retrospect Greg sang and what retrospect Greg and said in his review of the last. You know,
What was he saying?
I forgot for some reason. I need to watch that again. I need to watch it again because no matter how many times it never gets old to hear someone bash on that movie. Especially, I wish the nostalgia critic would. I could see the critics saying that this. Wait, what did he
Yeah.
say? He says, "Look, I don't know much about Naruto. In fact, I barely read it just to know what the series about. But I know Naruto is not that stupid. I could buy Monkey D. Luffy saying it. I could buy Goku saying it, but not Naruto, because he's right."
Or we have this one scene where Tornari just speeds up the process of the moon falling and destroys the Earth.
I don't know. Would I just
No,
have
wait, why
just?
didn't you just do that before?
Yep. He says, "Cause I wanted Hinata to like me." I could see him going. I could see him go. You don't. I could see Palpatine said, "You don't belong here in this in the villain pub. You belong in the lame villain pub." And then their lame villain pub. Turl, Snoke, Kylo Ren. Who else?
um, the fake Mandarin.
Yeah, yeah. And I can
Oh,
see.
found one order to go.
And Obito says, "Can I join?" Said no. They all glared at him. Said, "Never mind." How come
Out.
Naruto villains are lame? Even Master Zane, as crazy as Kingdom Hearts is, Master Zane has become really cool, complex villain. Yet Naruto doesn't have any of those. The closest they have one was Orochimaru and Madara, but even they were botched up.
Yeah. I don't see Khan like saying why Tornari sucks.
Yeah,
Like Loki's even better. He would roast Tornari so bad,
I agree.
wouldn't he? Like even Joker and Voldemort would be better.
Yeah,
Or we should give Bowser or Thanos toss Tornari out.
Bowser, because it'd probably be funnier. Actually, or would Thanos be funnier?
I don't know.
And meanwhile, Naruto's hanging out
Maybe
with
Thanos.
yeah, and Naruto's at the villain pub, and Boruto's dad tried to come in, and they all glare at him, and wow, and that guy's canon me, that guy, I become that guy. He's a loser.
Would they toss Boruto's dad out faster than Tornari?
Yeah, he'd be the worst heroes pub, like Ray, and is there any other
Yeah.
unlikable protagonists that you hate? Yeah, Captain Marvel.
First out, Naruto has learned nothing.
He did, yeah. But you learn nothing, absolutely nothing.
It's the only good thing that came out of the ending is all these like jokes we can make.
You know, I could see after that, in the nostalgia critic review of the last, I could see after hearing Sakura says, "Did you love me because of my rivalry with Sasuke?" I could see him watching that. Wait, what? He rewinds it and hears it. Wants to hear it again. Then he drops the remote, takes out the hat, and then goes, walks to a wall and slams his head with it. Which you don't blame him. You wouldn't blame him, would you? He would be. He would do the. He would do the review in Naruto's office with the Hokage hat. Would that be funny?
I could see him also looking at. I could also see him looking at Naruto and says, "Did you really think that? Like, wait, what? Wait, what?
Then he shows him the scene.
This?" And he shows him like, "Wait, what? I did. I never thought that."
And said, "Well, according to the movie, you did." And I could see Malcolm play as a Naruhito fanboy, rally up all the Naruhito fanboys and try to overtake the Hokage mountain. and and the critic does this heartwarming speech about it doesn't matter what you think. What matters what you feel, and I feel that Naruto, and I feel that this movie did the characters wrong. This movie isn't bad not because Naruto and Sakura didn't get together. It is bad because all the characters were wasted, one-dimensional morons.
I've seen. No, they were all sacrificed on the altar of Hinata.
Yeah, Hinata is a bore. She has no character. She just has a bunch of character as Odette from Swan Princess.
She's not even a character.
Right. In fact, Kairi from Kingdom Hearts, she was when she was in a coma, she still had more character than Hinata.
Yeah. Heck, Aqua and Shion have more character than her.
Yeah. I just said Kairi and Coleman as an example because that's how boring Hinata is. When I first saw her, I didn't know what to think of her. It was before I got into Naruto, and
Same.
My friend says that's Naruto's. Is Sakura? When I asked my friend, is Sakura Naruto's girlfriend, and she said no, it's Hinata, and I saw a picture of Hinata and said that does not look like a good character to me.
Did you have anything to base that claim on?
I don't remember.
Because given what the anime does, there's really no basis for that claim.
I know.
Since most of those NH moments that they love so much aren't even real. Like, it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's all the time we have. I'm going to end recording, okay? We'll do this in about a couple weeks, okay?
All right, I'll see you.
See ya. Bye.